So, boil, mash. That computer does everything. You can go on the top if you want. I don't forget how big they are. But
I think the answer is very.
yes, we do 1,000 liters in the back.
Wow.
But the bigger one, hold on a second. The bigger one is either that's 2,000 liters. So yeah, we usually do those. So this one tends to be the Pilsner or that pale ale. That's why we sell the most. At the moment, he's got something in there. I actually don't know what it is. And we can taste it over there.
It's funny because I was at the Wasted Degrees tasting night in Kirkcaldy a few weeks back, and they're saying the lagers and pilsners are the most expensive to make, but they're the most popular, so they just pump them out. Yeah.
So that one, well, if there's anything there, but the Pilsner is it's going to be about 15% more than the pale ale. Well, it's also 4.6. But yeah, he boils, mashes on the big ones. It comes over here on those really big red pipes, and he connects them on the bottom. And then, of course, it goes in. That's where it's going to ferment. He'll take those off. That's where he puts the hops on the top. Technical names, don't ask me. I know what he does. I know how he does it.
They were telling us about the conical bottoms the other day as well, and I've completely forgotten why it's conical. But I think it's to do with how it goes through all the stuff that's inside.
If I knew which one's empty, I could open it. I actually don't know which one's empty. One of them is, but yeah. Anyway, that's my favorite part is when he needs help and we put the hops in. It's pretty cool because you need to be quick. If not, it starts going out. And when it's actually fermenting, he usually gets like empty drums and he'll connect it to there because like all the spent is coming out and whatnot. And that's like one of my favorite bits. I was like, oh Bruno, let's try some. Which I think, let me get a glass. I think that one is, what's that? No, just one of those ones. I don't know which one is actually. He might have transferred it. So we'll go upstairs and see. Anyway, fermentation tanks. He'll be here for a few weeks. So once he's ready from boiling and mashing, we'll transfer here. A couple of days later, depending on what beer he's doing, we'll put the hops. And then he'll be there for a few weeks. And then from there, he then gets the big red pipes again. He connects it all somewhere here.
into the system.
Somewhere here. Because one of those three or one of those two will take it upstairs.
I do like that there's a big hammer involved in brewing. That's
always.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, don't really force your hand.
Doesn't work, batter it.
Technical terms. I know what stuff does. I know what's meant to happen. Like, my background is more like cocktails. Right. I understand distilling and making wine. So I understand how it works. Anyway, it comes from downstairs into our lovely serving tanks. So you're drinking number 7.
So that's number 7 is that one there.
Oh, you can go in, mate.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so this drink here I'm drinking has come directly from, if we can turn it back around again, that tank. That's how fresh it is.
So yeah, that's what he's got at the moment. So you drank number 7, number 12, Sucker Punch. It's very popular.
I had that first when I came in. Yeah, I like my IPAs.
It's the lowest percentage beer, number 12.
It's nice and crisp, I thought.
I prefer the session to the pale ale you're drinking now. But then my favorite is the 6 degrees. Where's the 6 degrees? Oh, 6 degrees actually on the keg. I don't have any 6 degrees, so Cardiff brewed it and gave us kegs.
Right.
So that is 6 degrees of separation. I've got a citron up there because he had to. We've got 4 sets and 2 brewers. So between the 2 of them, they keg stuff and they prep it for the other venues.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the best bit. So all of it, we're on the side. So everything's literally connected into here. Those 2. And then from there into the coolers. And then from the coolers, it actually goes back into that one. And then from that one, it goes all the way up.
It looks so fragile and shonky, if you know what I mean.
It is. It is. I mean, this is instructions
all it needs
for the
is
team not to get it wrong.
Yeah. All it needs. I had a rough night last night. I'm just got to change a keg trip.
Yep. I've only had to change keg once. I mean, I do know what I'm doing, but I've been told it's happened before, where there's a bit of beer going everywhere.
Oh god.
Yeah. And then that's the line into the beers, into the taps, to the listening. And then the brew is 25 years old. This year, I forgot the date. Oh yeah, we're 25.
25?
Yeah.
Wow.
So all of this has been here for 25 years.
It's yeah. I'm going to go around this way so I don't trip over anything.
But yeah, I mean that's how fresh it is. Like that pine came from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I took this job. I mean, it's I think we're worth it here.
It was,
It's amazing.
There we go. I was speaking to my friend John earlier. We were in the States about 10 years ago. We were in Charlottesville, North Carolina. What's the place called? I forget the name of the brewery. Charlotte Street Brewery, I think it's called. And I've just been taking pictures downstairs, so I'm holding my pint up with the kegs behind it. And he was going, "Have you got any local beer?" And the guy behind the bar is going,
It is funny.
More local than that, mate.
Like, we do get beer people that don't know about us. It's like, I'll have a Peroni, or I'll have a Guinness, or I'll have this one. I don't have any of that. I can give you some good homemade beer that comes from the tank upstairs.
Yes.
But nothing that came from a massive plant somewhere in the middle of the country.
And looking at the different ones there, if you're a lager drinker, yeah, get closer down here. I remember being in Brewdog in Edinburgh and Cowgate, and a sort of a group of lads coming in, and they're all like, and one of the guys goes, "Can I have a lager shandy, please?" The whole place just went. It was like a western. Everything just stopped. But they gave him like Lost Lager, and he's like, "Oh, that's actually really good." And they're all drinking, like looking for the strongest ones in the menu to drink them. But it's I walked past earlier and didn't realise there was an entrance there, and then went down the street, came back up again, came up the stairs, and was saying to the lady, "I've been in Bristol for about 20 years. I've forgotten how hilly it is, and my knees are killing me."
I mean, yeah, doing those
Just
steps
go up the
every day.
steps.
I was talking to an interview this morning anyway. We're sitting outside in the sun talking to this gent, and we literally have people coming up the Christmas steps. They see people sitting outside having a beer, and it's like, yeah, we need to go there. But then they don't know there's an entrance on the side, so they go up the steps again. So many steps. I need the beer sitting by the sun.
I got halfway up and saw there was a gate, and I'm like, "Oh, it's locked."
Yeah, that's just the emergency exit. But no, there is one on the side. Like, I mean, with the roadworks now, it doesn't even look like it says. But no, it's just...
This is a lovely place you got here. It's Vesna that contacted me weeks ago, invited to Blackheath. They had an event going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Can't make it, but I'm going down to Bristol." She's like, "Well, give us a shout." And I was sitting outside going, "I need to ask someone, but she's not replied yet. I don't want to just chance it." And then I was speaking to the lady outside, and she's like, "Oh, well, I can get Bristol."
Yeah, Bethesda has been sorting a lot of influencers for us. It's probably on the list. I just haven't checked the list. But no, I don't mind. I mean, I know what stuff does, so I don't mind. It's what I like. It's why I took this job. Like, I like this stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying. Like, I'm from cocktails. Like, I know Like, I know how to make vodka, gin, like whatnot. My dad's got a small vineyard in Portugal, so I can know what, like the process to make wine. But I've never made beer. We literally make it 2-3, depending on the beer. 2-3 weeks later, it's here and being served.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And, so I live in a town called South Queensferry. We used to have a brewery there until recently. It was unfortunately lockdown killed it.
Yeah.
But it was a small warehouse, and they did the brewery tours. I was the only person on it, and he let me help make the beer. So I had the hops in my hands, and I was crushing them in my hands and putting them in, and the oil that came out, and I'm like, what am I doing? Putting it in my beard. And it was like, wow.
I need to try that.
Yeah, my beard was so shiny and it smelled amazing. And I'm going, it smells a bit like weed. And he's going, yeah, it's the same family. So that's why some beer tastes a bit
the Peroni,
terrible.
They're the ones I use the most. Anyway, yeah, it's so interesting. I need to do a lot more with Simon. So Simon has been the head brewer here for 10, 11 years. The other ones in Cardiff, Pavel, is around the same time. I haven't tasted any of their funky creations because we've got like this new beer strategy. We haven't created anything like too outside of the box, but I've seen stuff they created before, and it's very interesting. But like, I mean, you're going. Jackie told me you're going there. My favorite place in Bristol is the Left and the Giant.
Yeah, so Left There's Explorer, yeah.
We don't have the capacity to have as many beers as they do. We've done. Before I started, they've done some funky stuff. So we're working on our 0% now, because the 0% we stock is bottles of Bristol Beer Factory, Clearhead. But we're working on ours now, because, man, there's a need. We're buying from the band, the Matthew Clark, these bottles that we could be selling our own.
And it's definitely an art now. I was speaking to the guys at the Mash Gang, Beer Festival in Edinburgh, and they were handing out free cans. And people were going, oh, alcohol-free beer.
And you try it.
But if you look round, it was in the O2 Academy in Edinburgh, which is massive. Every single table had empty cans of Mash Gang alcohol-free beer on it.
Okay.
And I said, but if you didn't know, you wouldn't tell the difference. And it's the difference now between like the Mercurian's LA back in like 1992 to an alcohol-free track here like nowadays. It's night and day. It's absolutely nuts. They was asking how do you get it to taste like it's been brewed when there's no alcohol in it? I can't tell you.
I remember first 0% I've had was Cruz Campo, which already a bad beer. It was the first 0% I had. It's horrible. It's horrible. But now, like Guinness, how can Guinness do that? I mean, of course, they've got a lot of money, but how can they do that? They need to tell people so that it's easier. But yeah, 0% now is
just the alcohol-free Guinness just tastes a little bit thin.
Yes.
But I think that's what you're going to get now. And like say Mash Gang were saying it's also to do with the chemistry to make it not thin.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't tell me how they did it. And I'm like, I'm not going to steal it, but
oh, it's like the Impossible guy that's coming up with that 0% that's got those like, well, what does he call it? Because he's trying to patent the formula, but he's got like ingredients like it makes you feel like you're drunk, but you're not.
Yes. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, Impossible.
Yeah, Impossible. Yeah. I forgot what the name of that is. Even the other day we were talking about it, but yeah, it's interesting, like all those things.
No, it's got some like herbal stuff in it.
Yeah.
I was up in Aberdeen with my daughter. She was at a uni open day, and I went to Fierce Beer, and a couple of blue dogs in there, and had alcohol-free beer.
Yeah.
We got back to the car, and I'm thinking, my mouth's really dry, and I was getting that, the kind of
Fogginess.
tunnel vision that you get after like 3 pints. I'm like, should I really be? And I'm like, hold on a minute, I've been drinking alcohol-free beer. But that's how good it is.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the punk alcohol-free, the fierce beer. I like fancy juice. We do alcohol-free really good. But yeah, it's an option that we should have these days to enjoy it and get the taste without.
Honestly, it's getting. There's no difference now. You're gonna have actually a very delicious beer, 0%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better when it's 5. Like with the 2. Actually, they're both on the keg. The 2 5.6 IPAs we've got, they're delicious. And of course, it's 5%. You get 3, you're like, okay, I've had 3 beers.
Well, I had a pint of 8% double IPA at 5:30 this morning at the airport, so I'm not looking forward.
Okay, I've not had 8%. I remember there's like a pub somewhere in the middle of Edinburgh. I couldn't tell you what it was. I know I had the Mexican. We crossed the river. There's like a massive park somewhere on the left. It was the best Mexican I've had in a very long time. From there, we found this pub that had local, like Edinburgh beers, and it was like 6-something% after having had like 2, what's it called, the ones I had, Modelo beers, and we had a couple of beers in the afternoon, and I had that one. I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking anymore today. It was only 4 or 5 beers, but the 5th was 6%. I was like, yeah, that's enough beer. Like if I remember the name, I know we crossed the river. There's like the nice big park. There's someone on the left. There's the Mexican, and 2 or 3 pubs across the road from there. Anyway, Edinburgh's a big place.
It certainly is,
Yeah.
And the good thing about Edinburgh is, I was born there, grew up there, went away for 10 years, came back, but I'm still finding new places to go. Because I've not been in Bristol for, literally 21 years, and it's changed so much. Like the Colston Hall, it's not called the Colston Hall anymore.
No, change that.
No, because he was a baddie apparently.
Yeah, it seems that after COVID,
Yeah.
they toppled down his statue. I was working on the harbour side around that time. It was interesting being down there. Like Colston Tower, which is now Beacon Tower, Colston Hall, Beacon Hall, all of that has changed in 3 or 4 years. I mean, council spend a lot of money in it, but that's what council tax is for them to waste it.
Exactly, yeah.
Around here, I don't know what changed around here, because I've only been in Bristol for like 7 years, but I've always lived in the city centre. I don't usually come to this side. I went to that mugshot barber 5 years ago, because my barber was renting a chair there, and that was the one time that I came on this side of Bristol in like 4 years. Bristol changes a lot.
Yes, and like I said, I've not been here for such long. I've forgotten how it's a beautiful city. I've forgotten how beautiful it was. Seeing how it's changed for the better as well.
Yeah.
I used to be a musician. We used to play at the Colston Hall, and then after rehearsals, we'd go down on the corner to the bar, which is now a gym.
Yeah.
Things have changed. Like the Hippodrome, that's still there.
I don't think that's ever going to
But it's going to be there forever. You could drop a nuclear bomb in Bristol and it'll still be there.
It's like, well, you went left hand giant, but in the old market, where it's probably still there, but it was the post office in the old market at the end. Anyway, somewhere around there, I think it was old post office warehouse. It's now Wiper and True's, one of the Wiper and True's site.
Right.
So they actually brew there. It used to be a post office warehouse.
Yeah, but let's meet my friend tomorrow. She's going to take me to all the different breweries she knows around town. I think it's going to be a good but messy day.
Probably. We got Hop Union in Brislington. Wiper and True's got 2 in Bristol. The closest to us is the one in Old Market. Left Hand Giant's got 2. There's one around me actually, Little Martha's Brewery. It's tiny. They've got like 20 seats. Tiny. Bristol Beer Factory's got a few dotted about the place. Lost and Grounded, it's actually around me. More beer is around me. I'm forgetting like 3 or 4. It's going to be a fun day. You're going to have a fun day tomorrow.
It's going to be a fun day. And like up in Edinburgh, we've got Cold Town House, Innocent Gun. There's quite a few around. New Barns down in Leith, Camper Van. And but like those ones are the old industrial estates and Carhartt, Willie hats on type ones.
Which one's the one that you smell the hops?
That's the old-fashioned ones, like the Cewins. They're sort of not so much the outskirts, but as you're heading out of Edinburgh and the western Portsmouth, where they have the breweries there. the old-fashioned Scottish beer. We've got like Tennants in Glasgow, dry grades that are right next to each other. Yes, but I think Drygate you can see kind of things like this. I'd like to do tours. New Barns do a tour. They've got like a great big glass wall that separates the tap room from the brewing area. The tons are like that big, they're absolutely huge. For a small brewery, it's good to see.
That's only 1,000 litres.
Well, I suppose they're going back the way.
Yeah.
But it's really good to get to see the ones you'll never find in cans, if you know what I mean. So, like going to my local shop, I'll get a can of 0 Degrees and I'll go like, yeah, I like this, and then to get a wee invitation, you're just like, oh my goodness, I must be writing some really crap beer reviews with it. It was really cool. Thank you very much for that.
No, it's alright. I'll show you the malt. Let me see if I find hops as well. Yeah, he's got malt inside. And then you've got the taps in here. They actually are even fresher because they don't have to travel as long.
Oh, of course, yeah. So they're just coming straight across, yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be what, a 3 meter line? But then to go downstairs, it literally goes all the way. So just to get there is going to be what, 5 to 7 meters?
Yeah, it's like
more? Actually, probably closer to 10.
The money shoots in supermarkets.
Let me show you the mold. I mean, it's just a back saying mold, but I might be able to find the holes. Yeah, you were talking to me the other day about renewing the mold and the hop contract. Is that the right one? This way. So that's where he stores his malts.
Oh yes, because I saw the bags in the corner that was I think it was lager malt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah.
That's this one. Oh, that's just. This should be the cleaner. Yeah, that's what he uses. Well, we as a company, and everything that we spend, all the spent malt, he's got a farmer that comes and collects it.
Yes, I was saying about my local brewery. He was not off-gassing, but all his wastewater was going into the farmer's field next to him, and the farmer was paying him for it. And I was speaking to the guys at Wasted Degrees last week, and they're like, "That's not something we thought about, because I think they used their wastewater to clean because it was hot naturally." But they weren't doing anything with it, so it was getting poured down a drain.
Well, Oh, that's an interesting one. Because, it literally just goes down the drain.
Yeah, but because it's got all the nutrients in it that aren't getting soaked into the beer, it was going into the land. And the farmer's buying it off you because it's of use to him.
Yeah.
And it's a really interesting thing, and it's the old ESG stuff. You know, you're making money off your waste products. It's going to be good for somebody else, and therefore it's benefiting the rest of us because it's good for the crops and all that jazz.
Yeah, he's got the guy that collects it. So a lot of the stuff we get is from Brewer Select. He got this farmer to come and collect it through Brewer Select.
Right.
And the guy, every time he brews, he'll message the guy, I'll have this menu tomorrow. And the guy comes and collects it, and he takes it onto his farm. I think he uses most of it as animal feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can put some to see how much it will actually be. You'll need a flashlight.
It's huge, isn't it?
Quite a lot. Don't ask me for that.
It's funny how it doesn't look that big from the outside. Then you see the sort of circumference and the diameter when you look in. And is that the heating elements that we can see there?
Yes. Well, they're on the side
like
somewhere.
A giant beery toaster.
And then all of that's controlled by the computer.
Yeah.
Let me see if he's got hops. He might be in his office. Give me 2 seconds. I'll try and find some for you. There's not going to be anything there. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, that's our keg washing. That's where we wash our kegs.
Right.
And Simon is funny enough to call it Manda because everything is in Mandarin. Yeah.
You've got your face shield there. Should you maybe get some dregs in your mouth and trip over the cables upstairs?
Let's see if I find out.
This is absolutely brilliant. Really cool and interesting to one single take on it. So that's the hops that you use. It's Boadicea hops, whatever that means. Yeah, it smells absolutely filthy. Love it. Oh my goodness, it's like a dirty but clean smell, if you know what I mean.
Dirty but clean smell.
Yeah.
Is this something you want to drink?
Is it something you want to drink? Yeah, probably not, but yeah. And they're frozen.
Yeah, that one's frozen, yeah.
Like I mentioned, it looks like what are they called? Brussels sprouts. It's like shredded Brussels
You
sprouts.
can probably make a beer out of Brussels sprouts.
I imagine you could, yeah.
This one's done.
Shall we make some beard oil?
That's worth a Google.
Right, let's make some beard oil. Right, you first, because you work here.
I know what this one's like. Go for it.
Right, let's make some beard oil.
Something else behind me to smell, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's a case of just rubbing it in your hands. And you can see the oil coming out it.
Well, I need some on my beard.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not waiting tables today.
And a cigarette. Then, oh, yeah, there we go. Some hot beard oil.
That's going to save me a lot of money.
Might get you shut down though. In the back one.
Bigfoot beard is not going to make any money.
Awesome. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Bristol. That's been really brilliant.
That's a good trick.
We've made some beard oil. We've made some friends.
Good to see a beard oil.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the smell. Yeah.
The smell's changed as well, hasn't it?
It's a bit more floral, right? But yeah, I know what I'm doing now.
Oh, that's